Hey guys, Luke here, your digital concierge of Gramophone. Today we're going to be talking about the newest member of the Sonos family, the very highly portable and very well-crafted Sonos Roam. And its very convenient wireless charger to go with it, though granted this is sold separately. The Sonos Roam is the newest addition to the family, and now you're going to love this word because it is the speaker ready to go with you on just about any adventure, anywhere, with its excellent functionality, playback, durability, and the fact that you can basically fit it into your pocket. We're going to go over everything that this new addition from Sonos has to offer, but before I break it all down, make sure you guys get subscribed to the Gramophone channel and click that bell notification icon because we've got a lot of great content on the way for you guys. Don't want to see any of you miss out. So for now, we're going to put the charger aside and let's get into it. Taking a look at the box here. Just going to give you guys a quick look at it. All right, so we're going to rip off the tabs here and unseal Sonos Roam. They're always just so easy to get into. Look at that. You got your Roam sitting right on the top. Underneath, we got a few goodies. USB-C charging cable. We've got our literature. We've got a help guide with customer support, your quick start telling you what exactly you need to do. Pretty straightforward stuff. Of course, we'll talk about that as we use it. Yeah, one really cool touch on Sonos products is how they always come nicely wrapped up in this felt, and they've got the sticker holding it all together here, always with the product name. And it kind of gives me that old feeling like a wax sealed letter. Like their presentation is just on point. It's like writing you a little love letter with your new product. And there we go. There is the Sonos Roam. It's got this cool triangular shape to it that feels good in the hand. Immediately, you can notice the build quality. You've got feet on the one side for laying it horizontally, and it also has some grippiness on the bottom foot here when you want to put it vertical. The play pause, volume down, volume up. There's a microphone button, I believe, for voice control. All right, now let's unbox the wireless charger. Same process here. Just gonna rip a tab open, only one on this guy. Only half the fun. We've got some literature on the top. Power brick for USB, USB-A on this side, and of course here's the charging brick itself. Again, with the kind of sticker and felt thing, I like it. That just neatly unfolds. Look at that. Magnets. The finest, the greatest, the most powerful technology in all of life. The thing that kind of blows me away about this is that this is actually equipped with two separate Class H amps. The last time I said anything about Class H was when we were talking about a $2,200 audio control amp, and Sonos is using Class H in this, which actually blows me away because it's one of my favorite amplifier technologies because it sounds smooth and rich, yet it's efficient. The other thing about that is the reason you have two separate amps is because you have two separate drivers in here. Sonos has built a discrete tweeter and a discrete mid-bass driver, and I have no doubt that these are going to sound awesome because of the combination of technologies. But when you think about all the other Sonos products that we reviewed as well, be it the Port, the Sonos Amp, the Play speakers, the Move, they're always just for their price point and in their category among some of the best products you can find and some of the best sounding. First and foremost is the fact that they managed to shove a quad-core CPU into this little speaker, and how they did that, I don't know. But that quad-core ARM-based unit is going to make this thing run super buttery smooth. That's backed up by 4 gigabytes of non-volatile storage, as well as 1 gigabyte of SD RAM. If you don't know anything about types of RAM, real quick little lesson, that's some of the fastest stuff there is, and that directly supports the processor. So again, going to be a lag-free, smooth operating experience when you use the Sonos app. This is IP67 rated, so you know it's good for almost any adventure because it can survive 30 minutes and up to 3 feet of water. So poolside or going to the beach, not a problem. This is dust-proof too. This little guy is good for a whopping 10 hours of battery life off a single charge. That spec seriously impressed me because I was not expecting double-digit battery life for something this small. That also manages to incorporate serious amplifiers and 2 separate drivers into this little body. The surprises just keep on coming from Sonos, and of course there's charges via USB-C standard, or you can get the optional wireless charger like I have connected to the bottom right now, which uses the beautiful technology called magnetism. And this, like its big brother the Move or the Play series of speakers, has a built-in far-field microphone array, allowing it to easily pick up your voice for voice commands no matter how far away you are. It actually works surprisingly well. And finally, this works with Sonos' TruePlay tuning. When the microphone is on and you're connected to Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, the Roam will automatically adjust for room correction. You guys have heard me say it a million times now, and I'll say it a million more. Always use your room correction, no matter what product it is. If it's available to you, it really does make a difference. Measured vertically, this is 6.61 inches in height, 2.44 inches in width, and 2.36 inches in depth. But keep in mind those dimensions are without the charger. And lastly, this weighs 0.95 pounds. Yes, you heard that right. This is less than a whole pound in weight, has this level of build quality, that quality of drivers and amplifiers I mentioned, all this stuff built in, it's crazy. But speaking of build quality, guys, just take a good look. You may be able to see underneath the grill here the honeycomb pattern that gives this grill its strength, because obviously if you're going to poke a bunch of little holes in something, you still want it to hold up. That is precisely what that honeycomb pattern does, so Sonos has thought of everything. The body of this is very, very well refined and well cut. Feels smooth to the touch, there's no sharp edges, it's like it's all one piece. The top buttons feel seamlessly and beautifully integrated into the body. They have a nice tactile feel to them. It's very clear when you've actually clicked the button. You'll never be guessing like, oh, did I hit that or not? And on that note of hitting the buttons, not only do they have that great tactile feel, but you can see the indicator light up on the front of the unit, so you'll always know. Given the overall shape of the Roam, it kind of follows that principle of having that rounded, more lute-shaped cabinet like a lot of high-end loudspeakers have, and that's actually kind of cool to see on a product like this. Between the good drivers, the Class H amps, and the shape of this body, which is very ruggedized and very stable, this sounded a lot more than I really ever thought it was going to. Like, I played this for the first time expecting it to be, a better example of a speaker this size, for sure. It's a Sonos, but what came out of it was truly like, whoa, that's really clear. If I were blindfolded, I almost could have been led to believe it was a small pair of bookshelves. Not only does it work well vertically and makes it really easy to like go tuck into a corner, for example, in a room, but if you lay it down, it's gonna sit a little bit upward and project up at you. That way it doesn't just shoot sound into the table that it's laying on. So again, a good forward-thinking design by Sonos. Whether you do it horizontally or vertically, it works really well. Including the charger for a second, notice how this looks absolutely seamless once it magnetizes to the base of the unit. It all looks like it was always one piece. And finally, this is available in two colors. I have the Shadow Black with me today, and there's also the lovely Lunar White, so very appropriately named. This is a Sonos speaker, so obviously it's going to work with the Sonos app, and this is designed for the newer S2 app, but of course it is a newer product. Sonos is hands down the most robust, easy to use, well-featured, smoothly operating platform in this whole portable/distributed audio space. That's why we at Gramophone use Sonos for all of our bigger project installs for the most part, because it is that good. And these smaller portable units are absolutely no exception. It's the same platform, and it's wonderful. If you've never used a Sonos product, you are just going to smile the first time you do it, how intuitive and easy it is to figure out. But on that note, we also have things like Apple AirPlay and Bluetooth compatibility. Since this is meant to be taken outside and ultimately out of Wi-Fi, this one does have Bluetooth for when you're on the go. And on that note of how Bluetooth works, one really cool thing about the Roam is that when you pair this with a phone, when I paired it to mine, for example, it actually asks you to touch the back of your phone to the back of the Roam, and it sees your phone via NFC or near field communication. That way that when this finally does leave Wi-Fi and has to switch to Bluetooth, it will do so seamlessly, already having been matched to your phone. So your music will just keep playing. To give you guys an idea of how well the Sonos Roam works and its both compatibility in your home and out of your home, you can be listening to a bunch of Sonos products at home, pick up your Roam, leave, Have your music seamlessly transition over into the room even as you leave home Wi-Fi. Won't even notice it. And then come back later, put your Roam back down, and then your home picks right up where you left off. If that isn't the height of convenience in smart home operation for smart products like this, I don't know what is. And through the Sonos app, you can also do things like some basic EQ, adjusting bass and treble. And my favorite is that you can take two Roams, pair them up in the app, and have a stereo pair. This thing sounded surprisingly good alone. A stereo pair of these would probably be actually really impressive. When it comes to compatibility, Sonos is it, man. For under $200, the Roam is got to be one of the best portable products to yet hit the market. It's Sonos, so what that means, if you haven't picked it up by now, guys, is that this is so intuitive to use, it works very well, it's bulletproof, reliable, and it sounds fantastic. And I really mean that. I was genuinely impressed when I played this thing for the first time with what I would consider some hi-fi reference tracks that sounded shockingly clear for the size of this. Thinking back to the Sonos Move, which we also did a video on, has that set the standard for how Sonos could work and be portable. This is that next evolution that is like truly super portable. You can fit this thing in your pocket, and it sounds that good. So if you're ready to start roaming around, head on over to skybygramophone.com where you can check out securely and have your Sonos Roam shipped to you fast and free straight to your door. Also, guys, be sure to stop by or give us a call at one of our showroom locations. We've got a bunch of Sonos products on display. Come demo them. They're fun. You'll find us in Timonium, Columbia, and Gaithersburg, Maryland, as well as at our Kitchen Design Center in Hunt Valley, Maryland. And on that note, the other thing that will surprise you is how many Sonos products you won't see, because Sonos has some of the best solutions for distributed audio as well, and we have a lot of that on demo too. Also, guys, you'll find us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Houzz, Twitter, and a few more. Just check the links down below. If you guys need help coming up with project ideas, need to schedule a service request, or want to speak to one of our hi-fi home theater and interior design experts, get inspired at Gramophone.com. Also, ask at Gramophone.com if you ever have any questions about anything that I've covered here on the channel. Please give me a thumbs up and a like if you enjoyed this video, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to the Gramophone channel for all of your audio and home theater needs. What do you guys think of the Roam? Do you want to get one for yourself, or do you want to get two and run them in stereo? I highly recommend it. Thank you for watching. It's always a pleasure doing this stuff, especially when we got fun products like this. Be seeing you.